Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to R.A. Fagnall Hall for today's CCIW volleyball matchup featuring the visiting Wheaton College Thunder and the Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Wheaton coming in 3-14 on the year. The Blue Jays at 6-9. And it should be an interesting one here today. Two teams trying to find their footing in the CCIW schedule so far this year. Still relatively early, barely into October. And this muggy rain has you thinking of September, but the conference season is coming up real fast, and it's really breezing through here as the Thunder and Blue Jays match up as part of a quadrangular, a quad, if you will, here at the University of Chicago and Otterbein University also here. They played earlier today on this floor, and both teams will play Otterbein tomorrow. Chicago will also face off against Elmhurst. Both of Elmhurst matches will be on the back court, while Wheaton will play on this court here, court 1 against Otterbein. That's a 12 o'clock start. So this is a part of a quad, but this is a CCIW matchup between the two teams, and we'll see who can come out on top today. Blue Jays will be in their home blues today, while the Wheaton will wear white, and the starting lineups being introduced on the floor. And we'll give you the starting lineups here as the Thunder come in, as I mentioned, 3-14 on the year. Ellie Brown, a middle blocker, a sophomore from Oregon, wears number 6 for Wheaton. Katie Rohr, opposite side or right side hitter, a senior from Japan, wears number 8. Number 12, Emily Potts, another middle, a senior from Holland, Michigan. She wears 12. Number 14, Jackie Bolris, is a senior from Florida. She wears 14. Number 15, Kelly Thornton, is the setter from Carroll Stream. And then number 16, Madeline Moore, will start on the outside for Wheaton, a sophomore from Florida. The libero today for Wheaton is Jessica Boss. For the Blue Jays, Kelly Townsend starts at setter. She wears 5. Mel Lundeen, number 10, is a right side hitter, a senior from Michigan. Kyle Harrison will play in the middle, but a little bit on the outside, mostly in the middle for the Blue Jays. From Flossmoor, Illinois, she wears 12. Allie Skowron, number 18, middle hitter, a senior from Arlington Heights. Celine Ushella, defensive specialist, a junior from Downers Grove, rounds out the Blue Jays starting lineup, along with the libero, Amy Scriver. Also on the floor, I didn't mention, is Allie Rogers, the senior from Nebraska. Wasn't here the last time I was here broadcasting a game for Elmhurst. It was a matchup against Carroll in which the Blue Jays took a 5-setter, and Allie Rogers did not play, I don't believe, in that matchup, but Rogers back on the floor today, and she is such a key asset for the Blue Jays, leading the team in kills with 142 on the year. Final preparations taking place down on the floor, and Wheaton will get us underway. It'll be Bolus to start us off. First serve, and Scriver gets the first receive, does it well with it, and Lundeen pounds the kill near side off the set from Townsend. Really nice pass by Scriver to start things off, sets up the kill here. An easy set for Townsend, and Lundeen left swing from the left side. Townsend now to serve. Libero on the opposing side. Boss gets the dig. Ushella sends that one back up into the air, and it's a kill from the middle from Skowron. Quickly back in. Townsend from the right side serves. This time tries to go for Madeline Moore. Now Moore on the dig and the swing. But Scriver's there. Rogers, nice swing. Ball comes back over off it. It's Skowron with a huge kill off the over ball on the big swing by Rogers. It's a hot start for the Blue Jays here early. 3-0, they lead. And an ace for the Blue Jays, and it's 4-0 here early. CCIW matchup between the Blue Jays and Thunder. Elmhurst so far this year 2-1 in conference play, looking to move to 3-1 on the season in CCIW action. Big block, Allie Skowron. That time on the swing from Ellie Brown. And the Blue Jays continue to dominate on Townsend serve. That's 4 straight points, 5 straight overall. Townsend sends it over, dug out by Moore. Moore will get the swing as well, and that's a big one from Wheaton. And Moore gets the kill, first point of the day for the Thunder. Brown will get a chance to serve for Wheaton. Interesting to have a CCIW game as a part of a tournament, essentially, as Townsend has a double hit. A ball handling error charged to her, and it's now 5-2 in favor of Elmhurst. Not normally do you have but I guess this one's scheduled for a Friday anyway, and the teams figured they're in the same area, so might as well make a tournament out of it. And they have. Lundeen from the right side, dug out easily by Wheaton. Here's more, and another block. That one fell down on the Elmhurst side of the net. I thought they got the block initially, but I was mistaken. Point for Wheaton. That's 3 consecutive points for the Thunder. Ushella not quite convincing on the receive, but Scriver saves it, and Rogers pushes the ball long. So after the Blue Jays won the first 5 points of the match, now right back at it, the Wheaton Thunder have won 4 consecutive points. Wheaton looking for their first conference victory, having lost the first 3, and there's an ace on Ushella, and this is looking very familiar to the 5-point run the Blue Jays just went on. This time on the serve for Wheaton, Ellie Brown has won 4 straight points on serve, much like the Blue Jays did on Townsend's serve. Lundeen set a little short, so she had to push it. And she, I think, is going to get a kill, either that or Ellie Brown charged for the error there on the dig. And Elmhurst does indeed side out. 2 consecutive 5-point runs, and then the Blue Jays take a lead 6-5. So far in conference play this year, Wheaton lost to Milliken in 3, lost to North Central in 4, an ace for Skowron, and then lost to North Park in 3. So Wheaton's only won 1 set in 3 conference matches so far this year. Elmhurst has won 2 conference matches. Get to their schedule here in a bit as well. More big swing far side, and nice play by Townsend, the setter, to get up for that one. Ushella tries to get Lundeen involved, but Lundeen hits it into the net. An attack error makes it 7-6. Elmhurst on top. Cassie Swiderek is in. She will serve. Townsend, nice hustle to get to the near side. Rogers just misses, trying to find the tough angle on the floor. Couldn't get it there, and it's 7-all. Lundeen swing blocked by Moore, and on the assist also Potts. Looked like Moore got her hand on it. Potts in the area as well. They'll both get a block assist for that one, and Wheaton has its first lead, very short-lived as the serve sails long. Rachel Schutte checks in, and she's going to serve. Hannah Davis, we're seeing her for the first time. Davis, 139 kills. That's second on the team, just 3 behind Allie Rogers for the Blue Jays. That one finds the floor, put down by Potts, just well placed. Also playing today, Milliken played a couple of games today. It's on the CCIW scoreboard. We'll get to that. Schutte touched it at the last second. At that point, it'd be better served just to leave it. That may be a bit of a freshman move there by Schutte, the freshman from Naperville. It's a very young Elmhurst team. They do have their core of experienced players, Hannah Davis and Allie Skowron and Allie Rogers amongst those experienced players. There's Kyle Harrison. Big swing, nice and momentum. Getting herself towards the net. She's able to hit that down off the block. And Rogers will serve for the Blue Jays, trailing 10-9. Harrison had her coming out party in the last broadcast I did for Elmhurst Volleyball. That was against Carroll. Hadn't really contributed too much before that match, and then had a great match against Carroll. Let's see if I can pull up her stat line here in just a second. That time Schutte does leave it, and it goes long. That was the first CCIW contest for both teams, Carroll and Elmhurst. Elmhurst came out on top 18-16 in the 5th. Scriver misses the serve short. And back-to-back service errors put Wheaton back in front by 2. Harrison had a very impressive, and it wasn't her debut, but it was really the first time we'd seen her in a considerable role for the Blue Jays. Scriver gets that over, and eventually it's blocked by Townsend solo as Scriver barely got there. The ball ended up going over, and then on the swing, it was blocked by Townsend. Interesting play there. Harrison, by the way, against Carroll had 6 kills, 1 error, 12 swings. Led the team in hitting percentage. Was there just a mistimed jump by one of the Wheaton attackers. And Hannah Davis back to serve, all knotted up at 12 here. About the middle of the first set now. Swing from the back row. Couple of Elmhurst players yelled out, but Davis touched it anyway. I think that may have dropped anyway. It was going right for the corner with some topspin. And so point goes to Wheaton. It's 13-12 in favor of the Thunder here. First set, just getting underway. Musella checks in, Davis out for some back row purposes. Bolus is going to serve for Wheaton here. Interesting to see them change servers after already winning a point on that serve. Scowron swings, and that's an error for her. Rogers sends it towards Townsend, now back for Lundeen. That one was heading out, but it was saved by Wheaton. Townsend tried to pop that one back into the air, but it's a kill for Thornton. Wheaton side of things happy about that swing, and all of a sudden the Thunder have a 3-point advantage, and that is going to force Julie Hall to call timeout. That'll give us a chance to go through some of the key players to watch in today's match. 15-12. The Blue Jays trailing to the Thunder here in CCIW action. For Julie Hall's Blue Jays, offensively you look at Hannah Davis and Allie Rogers, the top 2 in kills, the only 2 over 100 kills on the year. And also Mel Lundeen, somebody to watch as well. She has 89 on the season, but she can be a force on the offensive presence when she's on. In terms of back row and the digs, well, Amy Scriver is the key. 309 digs on the year. That is almost 200 above anybody else on the team. Next up is Rogers, who's the only player on the team to average 100 kills and 100 digs. Or, excuse me, on the season have 100 kills, 100 digs. 142 kills, 110 digs. Service aces, Scriver and Hannah Davis, 23 and 16 respectively. And then in terms of setting, Blue Jays have gone to Kelly Townsend. Townsend, just a sophomore from North Aurora, has become really the all-time setter in a 6-1 for the Blue Jays. And she has 223 assists on the year. In terms of blocking, watch out for Scowron in the middle, 42 blocks on the year. She is right now in the middle as well, that Blue Jay lineup. On the opposing side for Wheaton, Madeline Moore, we've seen her get plenty of swings here in the early going. She has 149 kills on the year. Potts, 106 for Wheaton. Off the block, nice job by Townsend to pop that ball up, and Rogers does the rest. A really good job by Townsend, just hitting that one high into the air, giving Rogers plenty of time to set up. But for Stephanie Schmidt's Wheaton College Thunder, here's the swing. Moore, and a nice dig taken, and then Lundeen tips it over by the scorer's table. Everything is saved, but a free ball for the Blue Jays. Townsend has a little trouble with that one. Lundeen, big swing, dug out that time by Thornton. Setter digs it out, so Setter's out, and then Rogers ends up getting it on the near side for the Blue Jays. She takes the swing as well. Moore is there. Setter attack. Townsend is there defensively for the Blue Jays. Scriver sets Rogers, and a big solo block by Rohr near side for the Thunder. In terms of blocks this year, Emily Potts leads the team with 41. Rohr for the Thunder has 32. They make that 33 now. Townsend saves that one from going into the net. Rogers just tips it over. Short set, and a nice dig on the first one by Townsend, but not the second one, as Moore cleans up what essentially was a rebound off that first attack. If you could give attack assist on that, you can't, but you would give it to number 12, Emily Potts, who had a great swing to set that ball up. Free ball for Wheaton, leading by 4. That one tipped off the blocker. Rogers nicely done, and Townsend did not get a solid contact on that one. Ball handling error charged, and all of a sudden Elmhurst finds themselves in a 5-point hole here in the first set against the Wheaton Thunder. Best server for the season for Wheaton has been Boris, 20 aces. And Kelly Thornton has been the main assist giver for Wheaton, but Alicia Funk has also been in that category. 178 for Funk, 265 for Thornton. Our players to watch today: Madeline Moore for Wheaton, 149 kills, leads the team. She's gotten plenty of attacks early. Offensively for the Blue Jays, Allie Rogers, Hannah Davis, and Mel Lundeen. Then defensively, Amy Scriver for the Blue Jays and Jessica Boss for the Thunder. That one finds the floor. Blue Jays with the kill, Mel Lundeen. And Blue Jays do side out. They need a run here, trailing 18-14 in the first set. Elmhurst not quite hitting 100 so far in the match. That was a rough set from Bolris. And Scourin will have a chance to send another ball over on the serve. Dug out by Bolris. That's a good one. And the swing and the kill. Ball looked like it fell inside the line. It was pretty close, but the Wheaton Thunder will get the point. That may have also gotten deflected. I thought it changed direction just a little bit after the swing, but that could have just been a shank on the swing as well. Ushella that time cannot handle the serve, and it's an ace for the Thunder. It's the third ace of the first set for the Thunder. 5 overall in the match. Lundeen with the swing, and that one off speed finds the floor. Couple of subs coming in for the Blue Jays. Schutte and Davis. Davis for front row purposes, Schutte back row. And Schutte will serve. Freshman from Naperville sends it over. Wheaton will set Moore in the middle of the court, and it's brought up by Schutte. Here's Rogers, and she hit outside the marker. Set was a little too far outside. Wheaton leads 21-16 here first set. Remember, the Thunder have only won 1 set so far in 3 CCIW matchups. But now taking it to the Blue Jays here in the opening frame. Davis, nice swing from the outside. Saved by Wheaton. And that one just misses. Audrey Irwin took the attempt. Angle was a little too severe for it to find the floor. Rogers serves, and that was a rough set, but saved by the Thunder. Townsend sets Harrison right side, and she finds the floor. Just put it right under the hands of the block, and it's tough to keep the ball up. That ball finds below your palm area. Nice job by Harrison to get the kill. Blue Jays still trail by 3. Schutte, nice job covering behind the block. Now Rogers. Not quite enough on that swing. Irwin off the block, and Harrison didn't know where it was. Townsend, I think, did, but wasn't able to reach it. You'll see Harrison look to the near side, and then it was right behind her. Missed opportunity there for the Blue Jays to get another chance at a swing and cut into the deficit. Instead, 4-point advantage Thunder. Schutte ran in front of Rogers to get that one. Harrison, nice swing, but dug out. Then finding the floor is Wheaton. And the Blue Jays will take their second timeout. That time Ellie Brown got the kill, as you saw in the replay. Wheaton just 2 points away from taking this first set. Leaders so far, kills Madeline Moore with 3. Mel Lundeen leads all players with 4 here in the first set. Hitting percentage-wise, Kyle Harrison's been effective. She's got 2 kills on 3 swings. Emily Potts had a 500 clip of obviously still early in today's matchup. Both Thornton and Townsend tied with 8 assists apiece. And 5 aces, 5 different players with 1. In terms of digs, Celine Ushella with 4 thus far to lead all players, along with Madeline Moore, as the Blue Jays, you could tell, have tried to target Moore, who is the only player on Wheaton's side with over 100 kills and over 100 digs on the year. But the key with targeting Moore on the serves to try to get her out of her offensive rhythm. The Blue Jays have not quite been able to do that yet, as Moore leads Wheaton with 3 kills so far. Jessica Boss to serve, the junior libero from St. Charles. Rogers sends it to Townsend. They set near side Davis. Ooh, that's a big swing from Hannah Davis. Nice out of the timeout to get a kill, and now we'll see if the Blue Jays can go on a run to make this set interesting. Pretty swing by Davis. She's got a lot of power behind that swing. Not a whole lot of arm wind up for that one. Short, compact, and powerful, Hannah Davis. Scriver to serve. She leads the team in aces, but doesn't get one here. Irwin, left-handed swing, far side. Schutte sends it over. Ball comes back over for the Blue Jays. And Davis finds the floor, just able to catch the line. That was really close. I wonder if we could see it on the replay. I'll let you be the judge. No, you couldn't quite see it. I take my word for it. Very close. Could have gone either way. 2 straight points for the Blue Jays. They need plenty more to make this set interesting. Schutte, great dig. Scriver hustles over because Townsend couldn't get there. That one comes over. Townsend tips it back, and Wheaton somehow keeps it alive. Boss with a nice play defensively. Elmhurst, another chance. Skowron kill. Big swing, Skowron, and nice timing there between Townsend and Skowron, and now Wheaton needs to call timeout. Blue Jays get 3 consecutive points, and now only trail by 2, 23-21 in the first set. Checking out the CCIW scoreboard today. Nice day for Milliken. Playing up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Milliken 3-0 victors over UW River Falls and 3-1 victors over UW Stout. It's a pretty nice showing for them. There's another CCIW matchup going on right now, and that one's happening in Kenosha between the 2 Wisconsin schools, Carroll and Carthage. That one's already in the 3rd set, and that one started at 7 versus our 7:30 start time. And Carthage is absolutely crushing Carroll right now. 25-9, 25-13, and 13-8 in the 3rd. Lady Reds taking it to the Carroll Pioneers, who almost beat the Blue Jays here at R.A. Fagnall Hall about a month ago. Swing from Irwin. Rogers sends it back up. Davis with a chance. Dug out by Irwin. Now Irwin trying to scramble back to get a swing, and that was not the most convincing one. Skowron again. Not quite in tune either team offensively, and then trying to send it over. Thornton could not, and it's a 1-point set. 23-22. Blue Jays, 4 consecutive points. That brought themselves right back. Here's Rogers. Excuse me, that's Scriver serving. That's a great serve, and Scriver with the ace brings the Blue Jays back to a tie. First time we've been tied since 12-all. And Scriver setting up, trying to continue the run. Serve finds Swiderek, and Townsend's able to keep it alive. Scriver sends it to Rogers, who just gets it over. Irwin, Rogers with the touch. Davis gets a chance to take a swing. Dug out by Moore. And Skowron with the big block for the Blue Jays. Huge block, Skowron. Set point Elmhurst, but before we'll have another timeout. What a run by Elmhurst here. A 6-0 run, trailing 23 to 13, or excuse me, 23 to 18, with just 2 points away from losing the set. Julie Hall calls a timeout, and all of a sudden the Blue Jays have ripped off 6 straight points. They have done a heck of a job to keep themselves in this set, and now after 6 straight points, have a chance to win the set on their best servers. Serve here, Scriver. In the run, 2 kills in a row by Hannah Davis, and then a kill by Scowron. An error by Ellie Brown, followed by an ace from Scriver, and then another error by Brown. But that time, the block by Scowron was the one that forced the error. Both teams have used both of their timeouts. And the Blue Jays with a chance here to take the first set, really steal this opening frame. Scriver to serve, calms herself, sends it over. It's a good serve. Irwin gets the kill off the block to save the set point, and we're at 24-all. Wheaton subs, Rohr comes back in for the front line. Thornton to serve for Wheaton, and now we have 24-all, but prior to that, everybody will get a breather because of the towel break. Kelly Thornton to serve. 24-24. Davis, first swing of the point. Boss digs it. Davis a second chance, and she puts it down, right down the line. Davis set herself up with that big swing. Boss couldn't quite keep it on her side of the net, and then Davis found the opening down the line off the free ball. And now she's going to have a chance to serve it out. Second set point for Elmhurst. Trying to steal this opening set after trailing 23-18. Davis, good knuckling serve, and that'll do it. Blue Jays take the opening set, 26-24. The teams will switch sides. A huge run for the Blue Jays. An 8-1 run after trailing 23-18 gives the Blue Jays the opening set. We'll be back with the second in about 3 minutes on Blue Jay TV.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big.
But feel totally at home. I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
Coming here as a Division III player, you're coming here to get your degree. We have some players that go on to be professional athletes. They've gone overseas, but that's not the norm. Our players are coming, they're finishing their playing careers here. And so whenever they're done, they're being prepared in something else other than just basketball. So for us, that's the student-athlete model. You come in, you're working hard. Our players put in as much time as a Division I player does, but it's because they want to be there. I know that from motivating our players, if they're coming to practice, I know that they're working hard because it's out of them, not just because we've got a dollar sign, they have to do it, this is how they have to stay in school. They don't have to be there. They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player, and there's something that's special about that experience to me, coaching that player.
Elmhurst College is much more than buildings, courses, and credits. It's a supportive community of individuals who are committed to helping you reach your full potential. But don't take my word for it.
I visited a lot of schools, but when I came here, it was just like, I'm home.
As soon as I walked on campus, I felt like I could dive right in and get involved.
Getting involved is easy, especially in class. The average class here has just 17 students.
Every faculty and staff here just wants me to succeed.
I can go up to them, and it's not just office hours. Like, I'm here from 10:30 to 11:30. It's actually like whenever you need help, my door's open.
There's a real connection that takes place. I'm frequently asked, what do I teach? I never say music. I teach people. Music's the vehicle.
It was great to see that rather than just teaching textbook material, they're actually giving you some industry insight.
I'm a vocalist. I'm out in the clubs performing. I'm touring in Europe and performing. So they see how their life can transition into that.
A lot of my friends from other universities, they don't get to be a part of undergraduate research, professional development at such an early stage.
They're truly there to help you and to build you and to make sure that you are amazing.
And at Elmhurst, you can be amazing all around, including on the field. Football is just one of 20 Division III sports.
We went straight to the Final Four of the nation, and that was a great way to come in and start off the season.
They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player.
Wrestling wasn't my life. I was able to go out and do a lot of different activities and get involved on campus.
We are allowed to be students, and we can be involved in a lot of other things.
How do you want to get involved? You'll have your choice at Elmhurst.
Our campus has over 100 clubs and organizations.
Whatever you want to do, there's something here for you to do.
Concert choir.
Back at R.A. Fagnall Hall, the Blue Jays take the opening frame after trailing 23-18, and they win it 26-24. Luke Tanaka with you. Glad to have you alongside. This edition of Elmhurst Volleyball on Blue Jay TV. Elmhurst takes the opening set. We'll see if they can continue that momentum. An 8-1 run to finish the frame. The Blue Jays lead 1-0 here, looking to keep themselves in the upper echelon of teams in the CCIW. Despite struggling overall on the year, the Blue Jays find themselves in 4th coming into today's game. Nice dig, Scriver. Can the Blue Jays save it? No. Good hustle, Townsend into the near side post. But it'll be the first point of the second to Wheaton. Ellie Brown will serve for Wheaton, a sophomore from Oregon, 5'10". But first, towel break. Blue Jays coming into this contest 2-1 in the CCIW, but 6-9 overall on the season. Got a CCIW victory over Carroll to open up the conference slate. That win came on September 19th. Skowron sends it over. Wheaton with a chance. Thornton tries to chip it over, but Elmhurst has that play sniffed out. Lundeen with the kill off the block, out of bounds, 1-1. After that, the Blue Jays lost in 3 sets to Carthage on the road on the 27th, and then faced off against Augustana earlier this week and beat the Vikings in 5 sets. It's a good win for Elmhurst. All sorts of towel breaks here. It seems that it is pretty humid. It's a kind of a strange October humidity right now. It's been raining pretty much all day, and you can tell it really wants to get cold, but it just hasn't gotten there yet. And so instead we're kind of stuck with this sticky, not really warm, but not really cold humidity. Ball popped up and saved. Elmhurst blocks it to keep it on that side of the net, and Harrison and Lundeen combine on the block. See that little play right there, Lundeen and Harrison just making sure to keep it on Wheaton's side of the net as they are scrambling. And Thunder couldn't quite recover. Blue Jays take the point, lead 2-1 here early portions of the second set after winning the first. Ushella there, really nice pass, setting up Townsend. Lundeen near side. Dug out nicely by Rohr. Townsend, this time Rogers. Big swing, blocked. And a pretty block from the far side from Rohr and Potts, who combine on it. It's a good amount of Wheaton support here to my left. Of course, not very far for the Thunder fans to travel. Chance to see the Thunder play on the road in a different gym. Rogers, that was a beautiful set. And Rogers did everything you would expect a senior to do with it. Check out this big swing from Rogers. Powerful. No chance for that one for the Thunder. That one was destined for the floor. Rachel Schutte, the freshman, will serve. Boss digs it out. Set far side for Moore. Not quite enough on it. Set wasn't perfect for her. Davis has it blocked, but is able to save it. And Rogers sends that one long. Madeline Moore will serve. Schutte sends it towards Townsend. Davis, the powerful line drive swing there, and then Davis and Harrison combine on a block. Blue Jays blocking has been very impressive today, and that time, off that little set, Potts wanted to take a chance at it, and she ended up hitting it right into the block. Shanked off the serve, and that is not going to help anybody, as Elmhurst will get the point on the ace. And that serve received just not quite what she had intended. Thornton sets. Irwin. Rogers. Pretty pass. Davis. That line drive swing blocked out of bounds. You hear in baseball when somebody has that sound when it comes off the bat. It makes a different sound when it comes off the hand of Hannah Davis. More of a thumping sound. Very impressive stuff. As Harrison this time takes a swing, and she gets a kill. They set up Harrison in the middle, and Kyle Harrison, after her coming out party with 6 kills against Carroll, has been a regular contributor for the Blue Jays since, totaling 32 kills on the year. Irwin and Davis got to that one kind of late. Kind of a last-second decision. Rogers, that's 2 consecutive swings she's missed, but the Blue Jays lead 7-4. Here in the second set after winning the first. Elmhurst started out the year 3-1 after defeating Western New England, Mills, and UC Santa Cruz out in California. First time in many, many years they had not opened at home. Nice block there by the Thunder near side. Irwin and Brown combine on it. Harrison, they tried to slide her over to the right side from the middle, and Wheaton sniffed it out. Nice pass, Schutte. Davis, big swing. That line drive finds the floor. Some players try to hit some topspin on the ball, or some you want to do something different. Davis, it's very direct. It's the 4-seam fastball. Skowron with the swing off the free ball. Blue Jays have had many kills off that free ball type of play, and Skowron's benefited from a couple, and that won't go in the scorebook as an ace for Scriver, but it might as well have been. She set that ball up. Skowron again, boss. Nice job sliding to get the dig. And that one ends up finding the floor. I thought it first hit the ground before Schutte had a chance to get under it, but the referee saw something different. I think they actually had it right, but either way, Elmhurst couldn't save it. And it's 9-6 in favor of the Blue Jays here in the second set. Blue Jays face some tougher competition after that tournament in California. Actually, 6 consecutive losses. Whitewater, Ohio Northern, DePaul, Aurora, Colorado College, and Hope. Many of those teams ranked in the top 25 in D3. So nothing to be ashamed of with some of those losses. Sent back, but Wheaton keeps it alive. Now they'll set far side. And Scriver sends the ball back up into the air. Rogers not quite timing it correctly on that swing. Couldn't get her full effort into it. That one misses long, and Elmhurst is the first team to 10 here in the second set. Blue Jays were in some trouble against Carroll here at home, trying to snap that losing streak, but they did, 18-16 in the fifth. That was a thriller here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. Then a loss to UW La Crosse out in Naperville at the YX-CCIW crossover. That one was touched, and an ace for Davis makes it 11-6. And a win over UW Stout, followed by a loss at Carthage, and then a win in 5 at Augustana. So the 2 victories so far for Elmhurst and CCIW play have come in 5 sets. The loss came in 3 against Carthage. Swing, near side roar. Scriver read it beautifully. Now Lundeen left-handed swing on the outside ball. Luckily she was left-handed. And into the net, I think it was Skowron. now a part of the Elmhurst quadrangular, or the quad, not to be confused with the mall that sits on Elmhurst campus, that being the grassy area, not the shopping center. Ushella and Skowron finds the floor right in the corner on the far side. Nice ball, Skowron. I think that had a little curve on it, but it didn't curve too much for Skowron, just enough. Kelly Townsend to serve, 5-point lead Blue Jays, second set. Looking to move to 3-1 on the season in conference play, and Skowron continuing to dominate on the block. Allie Skowron now has 3 blocks. A match high so far. Well, that was a big swing, but Scriver somehow kept it alive. And Rogers finds the floor. Heck of a play from the senior, Amy Scriver. Saw her falling to the floor as she just got enough on that to keep it alive. And then a kill for the Blue Jays sets them ahead by 7. And this is what you had envisioned if you're an Elmhurst fan after that first set that was so tight. And the 8-1 run to end that first set to come out on top for the Blue Jays. This 14-7 lead is exactly what you were looking for the Blue Jays to build on that momentum, take it in the second set, and then try to take a 2-0 lead. So tough to come back from, especially for the Thunder, who have had their struggles this year. We'll take a look at their schedule to date. The Thunder defeated Kalamazoo to open the year, but then hit some tough times. Losses to Heidelberg, Bluffton, Hanover, Edgewood, UW-Oshkosh, Muskingum, Rose-Hulman before a victory at the DePaul tournament against Mount Union. That's not a bad victory if you're Wheaton. So you can tell that when they play well, they certainly can compete for some high-level competition. Hanover, a loss, but then Lake Forest, the 3rd victory of the year for Wheaton as they beat Lake Forest in 3 sets. A loss at UW-La Crosse, at home against Milliken, at Chicago, and then at home against North Central, North Park, and Aurora. Have brought them to their 3-14 mark overall and 0-3 in conference play. And they had a great chance to take that opening set, but the Blue Jays stole it 26-24 with an 8-1 run to wrap it up. First time out taken by the Thunder. First time out taken here in the second set. Townsend to serve. Set to the far side. That ball finds the net. Rohr with the swing. We looked at it when the Thunder were leading in that first set. The Blue Jays were hitting, just around 050, and Thunder were hitting well above 100. Well, that is completely flip-flopped, as you might imagine. Rogers, nice job of just tipping it. Rogers has a big swing, but that time does the smart thing, just tips it over the net, finds the floor. And Elmhurst running away with the second set. Now the Blue Jays hitting almost 200 at 186. And the Thunder hitting just 018. That one saved by Elmhurst, but nobody can get the second touch. And Wheaton does get the kill, and they snap the streak. Madeline Moore on the kill. And now to serve Ellie Brown, but first towel break. Blue Jays up 16-8, winning the first set 26-24. Brown, little too much side spin on the serve, sends it out to the near side. And Allie Skowron will be the one to serve. She's the one who let that serve go out on the near side. They set middle, and that one just misses. No, it's an overrule. No, excuse me, it is out. So Wheaton was celebrating, thinking that ball was in, but I think the up referee, I thought originally he was overruling the call because he pointed towards Wheaton, but instead I think he just made a mistake. And so the point does go to Elmhurst, and Skowron serves short again. Moore, big swing, big kill. You could tell what makes Madeline Moore so special for the Thunder. 149 kills coming into this game. They feed her early and often, and she can really rack up those kills when she gets some good passes and good sets. They set Lundeen on the right side, and she gets the kill. Lundeen, such a weapon, essentially playing an outside hitter role on the right side because she's a lefty. Rachel Schutte, Hannah Davis back in for Elmhurst, and Schutte, the freshman, will serve. Blocked by Harrison and Rogers. Harrison fired up as she gets her hands on this one. And that's a nice celebration from Kyle Harrison coming back to the huddle. 20-9, Blue Jays dominating here in the second after almost losing the first. If you want to pull the upset over a team such as Elmhurst, a team that has been in the upper echelon of the CCIW for years and years and years under Julie Hall, you're going to have to play really well. You're going to have to take that opening set, you have to imagine. Of course, still plenty of time to come back for the Thunder. But that first set, so critical for teams trying to pull an upset, especially in the CCIW. Harrison off the set from Townsend in the middle with the kill. She is incredibly efficient in that middle spot, and that's a spot that has been occupied by some pretty dang good middle hitters here at Elmhurst. Harrison, again, that's 2 in a row on the overball off the serve from Rogers. We're talking about All-Americans, Caitlin Wilkes, Megan Reynolds. Talk about a very good player, all-conference player, Mary Lawrence, who graduated last year. Big shoes to fill for Kyle Harrison and Allie Skowron in the middle. That set was a little too far towards the net, and it's blocked by Harrison and Townsend. 23-10, Blue Jays. All Elmhurst. Thornton sets low, tipped over. And now Davis on the outside. Davis originally a middle for the Blue Jays, but with the options on the outside, sometimes tough to come by. A little different makeup of the team has forced her to the outside, and she has been very well, or done very well, excuse me, on the outside. Rogers saw something there and just missed. I don't blame her. That was wide open, although Madeline Moore was there and she was ready. 24-11. Blue Jays on top. Schutte. And the set for Davis. Finds the floor. And the Blue Jays take the second set, 25-11. A dominant second set after just scraping by in the first. Elmhurst 2-0 on top. As we head into the second set break, we'll be back with the third in about 3 minutes on Blue Jay TV.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big,
but feel totally at home. I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
Coming here as a Division III player, you're coming here to get your degree. We have some players that go on to be professional athletes. They've gone overseas, but that's not the norm. Our players are coming. They're finishing their playing careers here, and so whenever they're done, they're being prepared in something else other than just basketball. So for us, that's the student-athlete model. You come in, you're working hard. Our players put in as much time as a Division I player does, but it's because they want to be there. I know that from motivating our players, if they're coming to practice, I know that they're working hard because it's out of them, not just because we've got a dollar sign, they have to do it, this is how they have to stay in school. They don't have to be there. They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player, and there's something that's special about that experience to me, coaching that player.
Elmhurst College is much more than buildings, courses, and credits. It's a supportive community of individuals who are committed to helping you reach your full potential. But don't take my word for it.
I visited a lot of schools, but when I came here, it was just like, I'm home.
As soon as I walked on campus, I felt like I could dive right in and get involved.
Getting involved is easy, especially in class. The average class here has just 17 students.
Every faculty and staff here just wants me to succeed.
I can go up to them, and it's not just office hours. Like, I'm here from 10:30 to 11:30. It's actually like, whenever you need help, my door's open.
There's a real connection that takes place. I'm frequently asked, what do I teach? I never say music. I teach people. Music's the vehicle.
It was great to see that rather than just teaching textbook material, they're actually giving you some industry insight.
I'm a vocalist. I'm out in the clubs performing. I'm touring in Europe and performing. So they see how their life can transition into that.
A lot of my friends from other universities, they don't get to be a part of undergraduate research, professional development at such an early stage.
They're truly there to help you and to build you and to make sure that you are amazing.
And at Elmhurst, you can be amazing all around, including on the field. Football is just one of 20 Division III sports.
We went straight to the Final Four of the nation, and that was a great way to come in and start off the season.
They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player.
Wrestling wasn't my life. I was able to go out and do a lot of different activities and get involved on campus.
Back at RA Fagnall Hall, where the Blue Jays have a 2-0 lead over the Wheaton College Thunder. 26-24, 25-11 so far. A dominant second set after trailing 23-18 in the first. The Blue Jays won 8 to the final 9 points of the set. Came back to win 26-24 and then dominated the second, which is exactly, if you're a Blue Jay fan, what you wanted to see. Building off that momentum, they wrapped up the first in solid fashion. And it starts off great here in the third. Allie Skowron with the big kill for the Blue Jays. Serve sent a little bit long by Skowron there. She'll sub out on the libero substitution for Amy Scriver. Scriver sends it towards Townsend. Lundeen with a big swing, and so dug out by Townsend. That means Scriver has to set up Lundeen. Ball just kept alive along the net. Nice dig, Townsend. Scriver charging after it. Harrison, a little right-handed shove over the net. More big swing, big kill right in front of Townsend. Townsend looking for Rogers, and Rogers gets the kill. First 4 points of the set have been split between the teams. Schutte and Davis both back in for Elmhurst. 2-2 tie score. Here in the third set, Blue Jays leading 2-0. They try to set, I'm not sure who Thornton was trying to set there. Excuse me, that's not Thornton. It was Rohr, I believe, who had the set. And eventually the ball finds the floor and the Blue Jays get the point. Tipped, and Townsend keeps it alive, but a double hit called on Scriver as she came in and tried to keep that ball in the air. A heck of a play by Townsend defensively. Blue Jays barely scrambling to keep that one alive, and they cannot. An ace for the Wheaton Thunder there. Now we have a bit of a towel break on the Elmhurst side of things. That one is going to, ooh, it's out. That one looked really good from my vantage point. Let's see if the camera caught it. Yeah, it looked like it hit the line, but it's called out. What do I know? I'm sitting all the way up here. That guy's got the best angle. Moore with the swing. Rogers, opposing 16, just gets her right arm on it. Nice play. And then the kill from Davis. Really nice play by Rogers to keep that ball alive. And Scriver, Townsend couldn't get there. Davis found the floor. Nicely done. This time swing for number 12, Emily Potts finds the floor. Irwin back in for the Thunder. 5-all, third set. Blue Jays really separated themselves in the middle portions of that second set. We'll see if they can do it again here in the third and take a sweep of the Thunder. Davis, big swing. Nice dig, though, on the other side by Swiderek. And he'll shovel it over, will the Thunder. Davis just found enough of that ball, and she smiled the whole way because she knew she mistimed that. But sometimes you got to make something out of nothing, and that's what Davis just did. Amy Scriver serving. Nice pass by the Thunder. Sets up the solid kill from Potts. Well timed, shoving it over the net was Potts. That was a great pass. I believe that was that Brown with the pass? No, I think that was Swiderek with the pass. Very nice, whoever it was. Davis with the swing and the kill. Finding the opening on the opposite side of the court. 7-6 lead for the Blue Jays. Davis serves towards Swiderek. And then they get a swing, and it's popped back over by Rogers. Wow. Wheaton unable to take advantage of that free ball, and now the Blue Jays with a chance. Lundeen with the swing, but easy dig by Boss. Davis, nice play on the back row. Ball up into the air, into the rafters. Will someone be able to save it? Moore sends it over. Nice play. And then Townsend tries to catch the Thunder napping, but couldn't. And the block goes out, and the Thunder win the point off the real nice defensive effort. Great play by Wheaton to keep that point alive, and they end up winning it as well. And it looks like we're waiting for a ball. We found one. Kelly Thornton will serve, the junior from Carroll Stream. Been doing most of the setting today for the Thunder. She gets her hands on this one. Moore, nice dig, Scriver. Bump set near side, sent into the block and out by Lundeen. Nice play. Mel Lundeen gets another kill. For Lundeen, that is 7 kills, 2 errors, 19 attempts, and an ace for Kelly Townsend. Townsend's second ace of the match, tied for the team high with Hannah Davis, who also has 2. Ball lobbed over. That one comes over the net. Rogers tips it back over and gets a kill off it. And that's another point really off a serve for the Blue Jays. Won't go into the stat sheet as that, but the Blue Jays have served very well today. Minimal errors and a lot of free points off the serve. Wow, I don't know how Townsend got her hands on that one. That was a heck of a dig. And it keeps Elmhurst in the point. Skowron puts it away. Great play by Townsend, and then she sets Skowron for the kill. And here is exactly where the Blue Jays separated themselves in the second set. They are hoping to do the same here in the third, leading 5-4, 11-7. Set to the far side, and Ushella digs it out. Now Rogers off the net, and it drops. That is 5 consecutive points for the Blue Jays, and that forces Stephanie Schmidt to call her first timeout of the set. And this looks eerily similar for the Thunder as the second set did. Five-point lead, Blue Jays, who started out of the gates pretty slow, but ever since that 8-1 run to take the first set, they have been dominant, winning the second set at 25-11 and now leading by 5 here in the third. I have to wonder if that second set, or excuse me, that first set just took a little bit of wind out of the Thunder's sails, and perhaps it kind of stunted their belief they could take out the Blue Jays. They led for the majority of that first set. But then to have that set essentially snatched away from them. Lots of kills for the Blue Jays in that 8-1 run, but a couple of service aces as well. (12-7) Elmhurst on top. That's the first timeout taken by the Thunder. Townsend still serving for Elmhurst. And I believe it was on Townsend's serve where the Blue Jays separated themselves in the second set as well. Ball saved somehow by the setter Thornton. Rogers with a swing, and that one blocked. Combining on the block, Rohr and Brown. Jackie Bolris, senior from Florida, sends the serve in. Not the best dig for Muscella, but Townsend does a nice job getting there anyway, picking up her teammate. Moore, swing, Muscella, that's a good one. Nice dig, and a ball handling error charge to Townsend. That's her third of the match. Didn't have any in that second set. Mopping up the floor. We've had to do that often in this match. It has been very humid outside, just kind of the dampness to the air with the not necessarily heavy rain we've had over the last 24 to 36 hours, but certainly consistent rain. Lundeen off the block and down. 13-9, Blue Jays out in front, making sure to stunt that rally for the Thunder right away. Allie Skowron to serve. I think she's going to try to dump this one short. Let's see. Now she serves it regularly. Skowron, nice job getting under that ball. Lundeen popped up into the air nicely by the Thunder. That was Bolris. Skowron, a little shank. Townsend sends it over, and it's saved by the Thunder. Skowron's there again. She's got 3 digs in the point. And Rogers finds the floor. Rogers points right at Skowron, who had a great point there defensively. Nice job by Elmhurst. Lead back up to 5. And that one was shanked, needless to say. So service error for Skowron, and that sets up Ellie Brown. That's a good pass by Muscella. Lundeen, I think that hit Rohr in the head area. Maybe caught her hair on the way by. I caught something. And the point goes to Elmhurst, 15-10. Blue Jays out in front. Let's see if they can separate themselves right now with a run on Schuette's serve. Popped up by Moore. She wants the ball back. She'll get it, and she'll get the kill. Moore's not going to let this set run away like the second one did. The sophomore out of Tequesta, Florida, Jupiter Christian High School. Moore, an outside hitter, has shown why she is the leader in kills for the Thunder this year. Davis went tumbling here on the near side. Didn't see what happened there. And then a block on the far side because it didn't really matter that Davis was out of the point. Potts and Moore. But Moore has led the team today with 7 kills. Hannah Davis with 10 to pace all players. Right where Davis took a tumble. They're going to mop up the floor. Wonder if she got stepped on or caught. Something happened there. Didn't actually see. I was looking at the serve, so I didn't see what happened to Davis, who fell down on the floor near side. By the way, Carthage did eventually beat Carroll in 3 sets, but the third set went 30-28. So Carthage ended up losing the lead in that third set. Davis with a kill here. But the Lady Reds do move to 3-0 in the conference, while Carroll drops to 0-4. Milliken with 2 wins today. Carthage with a win over Carroll. And now the Blue Jays trying to join the win column today in the conference. Davis nicely played off the net. Rogers finds the floor. Leaving that one was Bolris, and she should have hit that one, but that's a really tough play. Rogers put a bunch of topspin on it, and it's really hard to judge. And so Bolris had a 50-50 option there, and unfortunately it didn't go her way. Off the block, Schutte with the dive, but couldn't quite get there. And the kill by Potts. Milliken, Illinois Wesleyan, and Carthage all atop the conference, all 3-0 in conference play in the CCIW. And then Elmhurst at 2-1 has a chance to put themselves in a really solid position. Harrison sent it a little long, mistimed the jump. Because Elmhurst is at 2-1 right now, and there are no other teams at or above 500 this year in the conference. North Central, North Park, Augustana all 1-2, Wheaton 0-3, and Carroll 0-3. Top 4 make the conference tournament. And Elmhurst has a good chance to separate themselves from the rest of the pack in 4th place with a win today. Davis sliding to the right side. Nice play, Townsend. Rogers from the back row. Now Irwin. And that's going to be a blocking violation and a net violation on Townsend, as she found herself in the net on the swing before that. But if Elmhurst moves to 3-1, that would put them 1.5 games ahead of a trio of teams at 1-2 in the conference, and really essentially 2 games ahead of Augustana, who they already beat on the road. That makes the matchups with North Central and North Park very critical for the Blue Jays later in the year. Tipped off the net, and that'll be an ace for Scriver. Elmhurst 6 points away from a victory here today. Swing by Irwin, and she finds the floor off the block. (19-16), Blue Jays in front and leading 2-0. Referee coming in. I think there's a moth. Hannah Davis was able to do the deed, as it were. We weren't going to save the moth there, unfortunately. We would all love to save the moth, but we do want to play volleyball, and the untimely death of a step may be worse than the untimely death of a palm. That one never went over the net, and so now all of a sudden it's a 2-point set, 19-17. And it's getting interesting here. Wheaton showing some fight here late. Scriver had that one tip off her fingertips. Davis just sends it over. Nice dig that time, Scriver. Set up Davis near side, but the set was a little wide. That one almost, but not quite, kept alive by the Blue Jays, and it's 19-18, and Elmhurst is going to call their first timeout. Julie Hall with the timeout called. All of a sudden, Wheaton's gone on a run here, and they're right back in it after Elmhurst led by 5 at a couple of points here in the set. Now 19-18. Leaders in kills today, Hannah Davis with 12. Leads all players. Madeline Moore leads the Thunder with 7. Service aces, Swiderek with 2. Townsend, Scriver, and Davis all with 2 for the Blue Jays. Swiderek for the Thunder. Digs-wise, of course, the two liberos, Jessica Boss and Amy Scriver, tied for the match high with 12. And in terms of blocks, it's been Kyle Harrison in the middle and Allie Scowron as well, 4 and 3 respectively. 3 players for Wheaton tied with the lead with 3 blocks apiece, Ellie Brown, Katie Rohr, and Emily Ponce. As the Blue Jays find themselves ahead, but Wheaton has gone on a bit of a run, and let's see if Elmhurst can separate themselves out of the timeout. Solid crowd for the Thunder today. They have traveled well down whichever road you want to travel. You want to travel Roosevelt Road, St. Charles, North Ave. You take any of those roads to get here. I myself normally take St. Charles. Hannah Davis misses, and all of a sudden we're knotted up at 19. Davis tried to find the corner. A little too strong. And on Boss's serve, the the Thunder have gone on a run, but there's a service error. And it's 20-19 in favor of Elmhurst, 5 points away from the victory. Blue Jays looking to separate themselves as the number 4 team in the conference through 4 games of the year. Set Irwin, and the lefty finds the floor off of Davis. Sub coming in for Wheaton. Rohr wants back in. Bushella back in on the back row for Elmhurst. I wouldn't be surprised if Wheaton tries to test Bushella here. Instead, they go for Rogers on the serve, and Townsend tips it over, but it's saved by the Thunder. Bushella set, and the near side, it's Lundeen, and that one, not played particularly well by the Thunder, ends up going out of bounds off the block. It looked like a little left-handed stab, or just a little too much spin on it to the near side. 21-20, teams trading points. Blue Jays content with that for now. Boss setting Irwin, and that's a big swing on a first ball kill. Good in-system offense that time by the Thunder. They've had their struggles today, but that was a textbook offensive play right there. Oh, excuse me, they're actually going to call that for Elmhurst, the point. I did not see that. I don't know what the call was because I missed it, but the Blue Jays won the point, and it's 22-20. My mistake. Nice save by Townsend. Lundeen. Ooh, that was a big swing. And then hitting the side post was Wheaton. And that was a huge swing in momentum, that last point. So all of a sudden it's 23-20, and instead of 21-21, it was 22-20. And then that huge swing from Lundeen from the right side puts the Blue Jays just 2 points away from the match. Big swing. I apologize because I missed that play. I thought it was a kill for Wheaton. I didn't even see what the call was. I have to imagine maybe it was into the net, a net violation. And now we're back in after a bit of a break. Wheaton wants a timeout. And I'm surprised we didn't take that earlier with the towel break, but essentially an extended timeout for the Thunder. 23-20, Blue Jays on top. Here in the third set, already leading 2 sets to none, looking to finish off this match. Let's take a look at some of the team statistics in this one. How have the teams fared overall? Blue Jays, 43 kills to just 25 for Wheaton, and the teams have identical attack errors. Blue Jays are hitting .250 in this match. Also lead in digs and blocks, 49-42 and 8-6. Blue Jays 2 points away from the match. That one is short, just saved by Wheaton. Scriver gets it to Townsend, just barely. Rogers, and it goes off the block. Irwin with a chance. Ushella can't quite get there, and the point goes to the Thunder. The server is Bolris. 23-21 Elmhurst. 2 points away from the set and the match. Ushella to Rogers. Off the block, and the official will catch it for the point. You don't see that every day. Skowron to serve on match point. Off the block, and it finds the floor. Somehow, some way, that set was very close to the net. The Blue Jays just couldn't quite get a hand on it. You see Harrison tried. 1 set point save, but now the Blue Jays with a chance to receive on their second set point. Serve's going to drop. Scriver. Townsend. Lundeen. Not quite. Kept alive by the Blue Jays, though. Rogers. Dug out by Wheaton. They keep themselves alive. Tip. Townsend, nice job behind the block. Rogers again. Off the block. That'll do it as the Blue Jays take the match and the set and the match 25-22 in the third. Elmhurst takes the victory in 3 sets, and they move to 3-1 in conference play and separate themselves a game and a half over the next closest team as they currently sit in 4th in the conference. Wheaton falls to 0-4 in conference play. They are 3-15 overall. Elmhurst now 7-9 overall on the year. Individual leaders in this one, the leader in kills, Hannah Davis, 12. Allie Rogers also in double figures with 11. Mel Lundeen joins them with 10, all for the Blue Jays. 8 apiece for Madeline Moore and Aubrey Irwin of the Thunder. In terms of efficiency-wise, Hannah Davis was the best. 423 hitting on the match. Allie Skowron and Kyle Harrison also, and Mel Lundeen as well, also hit over 300. In terms of aces today, a lot of players with 2. Townsend, Scriver, Davis for the Blue Jays. Switterek for the Thunder. Diggs, Amy Scriver, the match-high 13. Jessica Boss paced the Thunder with 12. And blocks, Kyle Harrison again showing off her prowess in the middle. 4 blocks, Skowron 3. Ellie Brown and Katie Rohr and Emily Potts, all with 3 for the Thunder. Blue Jays take this one, final 3-0, 26-24, 25-11, and 25-22. Thank you to Dennis for his great job at the controls today. I'm Luke Tanaga saying so long from R.A. Faginal Hall. Next broadcast of Blue Jays volleyball will be on October 10th when the Blue Jays face off against North Park here at R.A. Faginal Hall at 7 p.m. That's a big one for the Blue Jays, trying to up themselves and keep themselves in the top half of the conference. Thanks again to Dennis. Thank you to you for tuning in. I'm Luke Tanaga saying so long. Blue Jays win in 3.